A's Extra.
The Anglers Extra pregame show rolls on from Red Wilson Field. For the second day in a row, the A's take on the Red Sox. I'm Joe Puccio with Chatham manager Tom Holliday for the Manager Show. Tom, we're talking a lot of MLB draft today on the pregame show. When you see a guy that you coached make it to the big leagues, what's that feeling like?
Well, I'll tell you something. There was a day in my early part of my career that meant more to me than winning ball games because, it meant that a kid fulfilled his dream. And when you recruit players that are that good, they normally make you look pretty good as a coach, And so I always felt like the guy that was a moderate draft out of high school was the guy to go recruit and then coach his butt off and turn him into a player. And if you have enough of those, you're going to win. And it was pretty legit until last month and a half.
The 2022 Anglers have already prepared for the draft. What are scouts saying about the current A's?
I think the guys that have left are all pretty secure in being drafted. I think Wisenhut's probably going to go maybe late in the first round somewhere, maybe as a sandwich pick. I think Cy Nielsen's going to go somewhere fourth, fifth round. I'm trying to think of the other guys. Ellerts will probably be drafted somewhere in day two, kind of like maybe 10th, 12th. And again, I exclude day one because that's first round only. But I think every guy that we had that came and left is going to be drafted. And again, from last year's team, you'd have to throw names at me because we track them. We know. I mean, Maxwell, the big right-hander we had from Georgia Tech, he'll be drafted somewhere between 5 and 10. But that's not real good information because that's a pretty big gap in the draft. But you throw a name at me and I'll tell you what I know. But in a way, it'll be good when it's over. We still have 3 or 4 guys. They're not going to be high drafts. I talked to Trevor this morning, Martin, and he doesn't know. Somebody said 5 to 10. Well, then it becomes a money issue. So we'll find that out, and if it's not, he'll come back up and finish the summer.
Can I throw this name at you?
Yeah.
Kevin Perrotta.
Probably going to go in the first, from what I'm told, probably in the first 11 picks inside from anywhere from 1 to 11. And again, everybody has predictions and stories out, but I've heard 4, I've heard 7, I've heard 11. So Kevin probably from one summer to the next did an awesome job of turning it around. And he wasn't good on the Cape, but he sure had a good year last year at Georgia Tech. And you can do that. This league can teach you. It can humble you. And obviously Kevin, took the experience and went back and worked on a lot of things because he's played his way into a high draft.
What was the best part about coaching Perrotta last summer?
Well, trying to figure out whether he was tired, hurt, not giving me 100%. Because it wasn't the player that was described to me. And could have been all 3 of the above. I don't know that. Kevin's a great kid. He just didn't have a good time on the Cape. And when he went to Team USA, it was like, get down there and give it your best effort if you got anything in there, But he was that gas tank was on close to E by the time we lost him.
Another name that I'll throw at you, my personal family member, Jackson Holliday, is coming in the draft this year. How special is this draft for you and your family?
Well, I remember when he was born, and he had a little kink in his neck, he was always like this. And I figured, well, I guess he's going to have to be a left-hand hitter because he's already in that spot. And from that point on, I think I've seen him hit, everything from a rolled up piece of paper, from a, you sit down to eat, you just see the napkins rolled up into pieces of ball. He hits it with a knife. I saw him hit him with you name it. I've seen him hit something with everything that he ever touched in his life. And sometimes people worry about overkill, and his dad played in the big leagues for a long time, so he got drugged to a lot of ballparks. And most times you see kids going, "No, Mommy, I don't want to go. I don't want to go." And he couldn't wait to go. And he never just sat there. He always sat there and asked questions about the game. He wasn't the guy that had to have ice cream every 5 minutes or popcorn. And then when he finally got to start playing with the uniform on, it was an amazing thing to watch. I mean, he put it on 2 hours before he went to the ballpark. And then to watch him from one summer to the next, from last summer to this year, come out and have the greatest high school year ever. It was like, wow, this kid's grown up right in front of your eyes. And, you know, it's like tomorrow night at 7, you guys better have it on, because we're going to be getting ready to play a ball game. So I highly expect you to let me know if he goes first, second, or third.
Oh, absolutely, we will. Tom, best of luck to Jackson and your current Chatham players.
Yeah, luck, it doesn't seem like we have any. So we're going to have to try to go to the gas tank and find some gas, because we got to figure this thing out. And there's nobody going to quit that's wearing this uniform.